Have you ever heard people talking about Venice, Florida and mention Venice Gardens and wonder where it was? Well, today we're going to tell you all about Venice Gardens and see if it might be a place that you're interested in. Hi, everyone. I am standing on the property of the Venice Gardens Civic Association, so we can tell you all about Venice Gardens. Venice Gardens was developed in the 50s through the 1970s in a big boom of housing at that time. It is great because it has a lot of variety within the area. So it's not your cookie cutter house. It's full of ranch houses that make you think of old Florida and the charm of old Florida. There's mature trees, mature landscaping. Most of the homes have 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. So they're not the ginormous houses that you might see other places, but they're a great size. Some of them have carports, some of them have garages. But what I love about it is that they're all different and unique, and you can walk every day at a different spot in this neighborhood and still see other things and not get lost. Well, maybe you'll get lost in a lot of streets, but not get lost because every house looks the same. Venice Gardens covers an area that is bordered by Banyan Road on the west, Briarwood on the south, Center Road on the north, and it goes east just to the Jacaranda West Golf Course. It's tucked away in an area that is all houses, with the exception of a few businesses right in the middle of Venice Gardens, and then, of course, the Civic Association. But yet, being by Center Road, it's convenient to the Y. It's convenient to Garden Elementary, which is where the kids who live in Venice Gardens would go. It's convenient to Sky Academy. It is also convenient to the golf course if you like to golf. And then also it's convenient to 41 and the shops that are there. So that's going to be 2 of my favorites, Culver's and Parlor Donuts, as well as Marshall's, Aldi's, T-Mobile, and a variety of other stores that you might want to go to. It's also about 7 to 15 minutes to Venice Island, downtown Venice, Venice Beach, Service Park Beach, the pier, and also the dog park. So its location is very great, even as it's tucked away from all of the hustle and bustle of the rest of the city. Like I said, Venice Gardens is primarily ranch houses, single-family ranch houses. There are some other like condos, 55-plus communities, and some duplexes in the mix, but primarily it's going to be your single-family ranch homes that make you feel like the old Florida charm is right where you're at. One thing I like about this being an older, mature neighborhood is the landscaping, lots of trees. And I feel like, and this is just my opinion, but I feel like the lots are a little bit bigger here than they are in some of the newer neighborhoods. And even where we are on the island, I feel like you have a little more room to spread out here in your front yard and backyard, and even in between neighbors. There are a lot of little lakes and ponds here. Now, keep in mind that while there is a lot of water in the area, like what's behind me, and it's super pretty to look at, none of these lead out to the Gulf. They just kind of meander around Venice Gardens. But it still makes it very charming and gives a lot of the homes the opportunity to be on the water and have that view and a kayak or whatever you want to put in, but not have the expense of actually being a waterfront home. And I think that's another great feature of this area. The streets are not like perfectly straight streets. They kind of wind and meander around, which is also nice because it gives you a lot of cul-de-sacs and dead-end streets that are great for even being more on the quiet path of the rest of the city. Venice Gardens is primarily a non-deed restricted community. So the nice thing about that is it gives you a little bit of freedom to do what you want to do in terms of landscaping, to parking extra vehicles in your yard, to having storage buildings or whatever you might need, which gives you that individual things for the purposes of what you need for your property. That can sometimes make things look a little bit junky depending on who your neighbors are. But as you can see from our video of just driving around, these homes are very well taken care of and very well maintained. It does not have that feeling at all. So you do get that opportunity to have the freedom to do what you want to do with your property, and you can still live in an area that's very nice and well kept. And I think that's another bonus to Venice Gardens. Like I mentioned earlier, most of these homes were built between the 50s and the late 70s when they had that initial boom of building. But some of the newer ones, especially closer to the Jacaranda Golf Course, were built more in the 70s to the late 90s. So the nice thing about that is that even though they all have the same feel, you can have any of those ranges that you would like in age, depending on what you want. But even more important to that, in my opinion, is that if you're looking for something that's completely updated, you can have that. There are homes here that are already updated and move-in ready. Some people want that because they want to have it updated and maybe they don't have the time, or the finances to do that. But on the flip side of that is if you want something that needs updating because you're handy or you're trying to build sweat equity, you're going to have opportunities to do that here as well. So it gives you the best of both worlds. And because it encompasses a big area, if you are looking here, you'll be able to look at houses that meet both of those criteria and then pick what's best for you. And I love that you have options here. One of my absolutely favorite things about Venice Gardens is the Venice Gardens Civic Association. That property is on Shamrock, which is one of the main roads that goes through Venice Gardens. There are so many things that it offers. It was started in 1958. It has a building that has all kinds of activities for the area, everything from exercise classes to line dancing to craft shows to plant sales. It also is able to be rented. So if you want it for a bridal shower or a reunion or whatever, it's available for rent. All different kinds of people can get a membership here in this civic association nonprofit. So there are 3 levels of membership. The first one is the people who live in Venice Gardens currently. The second one is people who had lived here in the past, moved out, and want to keep a membership. And then the third one is people like us who do not live in Venice Gardens, but also have the option to buy. But it's not just the building. There's actually a very large in-ground pool, which is the only one that's public that's in Venice that's not part of an association. It has a playground. It has pavilions with picnic tables and charcoal grills. It also has this big field area that's all around us where we are. And it also has a community garden, which I think is great. I think that's a really unique thing that this area has. And I think it's a great asset to the people who live in this area to have that so close to their homes, even walking distance from most of the homes in the area. Not only does Venice Gardens offer the mature landscaping, the tucked away community yet close to everything, the Venice Gardens Civic Association, all of the uniqueness of all the houses, but it's also one of the more affordable places to live in Venice, which is great because it's not just affordable with no extras, it's affordable with a lot of extras. And I think it's a really good option for those of you looking to move in Venice who are looking for affordable housing and also unique housing and the extra stuff that this established Old Florida community brings. So with that, if you're looking to know more about Venice Gardens, or maybe thinking this might be an area that you would like to live in, or you have specific questions, we are happy to help you. Just reach out and we will get in touch with you and help you find your dream home in Venice.